There are 10 settings that you need to change to not only get more FPS and better quality, but also to make your screen look cleaner so you can see your enemies. These are what most pros and high rank players use, so get ready as I'm about to change your whole settings. Before we get into the video, by now you probably know I do coaching sessions, so if you want info on prices and how they work, send me a DM on Discord. My Discord is in the description. Let's get to the video. Okay, the first setting that you want to change is stun VFX. When you go to general or accessibility, we have right here stun VFX, right here as well. You want to change it from white glare to dark glare for two reasons. First of all, when it's white, it's very bright, so it's gonna hurt your eyes. And second reason is that it's actually faster to have it on dark glare. So when you get flash, you might actually have a chance to see faster and get the kill. I'm gonna show you. Throw a flash right here. So that was like almost 5 seconds or 6 seconds. Now let's switch to dark glare. And I'm gonna throw the flash exactly the same way that I threw the first one. And that was like almost 3 seconds or 4 seconds. So let's say you're sitting in this corner and you get flashed with the dark glare, right? You might actually have a chance to see 1 pixel because from dark, we're gonna go to white and then we can see the enemy and get the kill. The second setting that you want to change is drone after prep. So when you come to general, down here we have drone after prep. You want to have it on manual, not semi-automatic and not automatic. Let me explain. So let's say we have a drone in dining that we can see showers hall as well, and this helps us to get map control faster. Someone can stay on the cam and then we can take map control. If you have this on automatic, what's going to happen is after the prep phase, when the action phase starts, you're going to come out of the drone. And there's a chance in these couple of seconds, like in these 2 seconds, someone rotates into the hallway and you might miss them. This can also happen if you're on semi-automatic and if you're on your teammate's drone. You're gonna come out of the drone. But when it's on manual, doesn't matter if it's your drone or your teammate's drone, you're gonna stay on the cam forever and never miss any roamers rotating from like that door to showers hall, which can happen quite a lot. Moving on to number 3, we're gonna go over HUD. So for the HUD section, first of all, costume, because we wanna change different stuff. The first thing is compass. Your compass should be on, unless you're actually pro player, okay? And you have a very, very good situational awareness. So have it on and have it on simplified because it's gonna be smaller. When we switch to advanced, this is how big it's gonna be on your screen. We don't want this to be big, but when it's simplified, it's gonna be like very small. You can look at it just for pings, for dead bodies, and just like get information. After that, you wanna have everything on until down here, which we have health. So before I had this on, you can see it on the clips, I have it on all the time. But what happens is when you have it on, you're gonna go down to 1 HP, for example, in game, and then you're gonna start playing scared. We don't want that, okay? If you're 10 HP, if you're 20 HP, at some point you have to peek, okay? You have to take your gunfights, you have to do your job, get rid of utility. So playing scared doesn't mean anything in Siege. It's not good. After that, we have stance indicator. Just turn it off. Doesn't mean anything. It's gonna tell you you're crouched, you're standing. Of course, I know that. Calm down a bit. We have all of these things. Just copy it, okay? Default on. And then we have crosshairs, operator reticle, and observation tool reticle, which you should have it off. When it's on, this is how it's gonna look. So we have this like little square in front of us with a dot. It can get wider and bigger when we turn around. This can be helpful for some new players to just like know where to put their crosshair, like where they're looking. But if you have been playing the game for a long time, just turn it off, okay? Make your screen cleaner. But when you turn it off, nothing there, like I'm already looking there, right? And just aim. The rest of these things should be on because it can be helpful. It doesn't matter if you're new to the game or if you have been playing for a long time. So grenade indicator, you can have it on. Threat indicator is, so for example, when someone shoots at you. So this is what threat indicator means. Look, the guy shoots, and then we have this like kind of like arc in the middle of our screen, and it says it's coming from that side. So then you would know who's shooting you from where. Look, now it's going behind me. So now I know someone's behind me and I can turn around and shoot him. The rest of the things are also important. We have hit indicator, we have kill confirmation. All of these are important. We have the pings and also especially teammate outlines, teammate icon, username. These all can give you information, who's who, where are they, what they're doing. Don't turn them off. And also something like opponent rim light, which it literally says show opponent rim light to help distinguish them from the environment. And these are again all information: match header, defuse time, match timer. I've seen some people turn this off versus update. If you're a pro player playing in invitational, sure, just have this off. You have a very good situational awareness. But obviously you're not a pro player, so you need this. It's 3 versus 5, it's 2 versus 4. These all give you information on how to play the game, passive or aggressive. And these ones are just really not important. You can just have them off or on, it doesn't matter. Moving on to setting number 4 that you have to change and focus on, we have audio settings. So first of all, subtitle, I had this on before just for some small information. Someone would say reloading, I could read it on the screen when I couldn't hear sound or I was tunnel visioned. This can be helpful. Then we have dynamic range, I play on night mode. This reduces sounds like reinforcements and just make the footstep sounds more clear. You can hear it better. I play on somewhere around 60 or 270, not 100. And then we have voiceover presets. So this one, just have it on maximum. Why? These are some small, again, informations like reloading, putting down a gadget, etc, etc. You can read it all here. For example, it says weapon reloading, device deployment, while reinforcing, being spotted. HQ voiceover, have this off. This can mask the sound. So the guy says one guy standing or etc, etc. Low on time, 15 seconds left. This can just like mask the sound for you. Just have that off. You can already get that information from all the things that we went over in Hud. You definitely want to play on stereo so you can hear sound on your like left side and right side. And the other things should be like very simple. After that, we have 3 important things that we need to go over. Moving on to display, first of all, this is your just like monitor, okay, display. Resolution, obviously play on the max, don't play on any of these. And then display mode, it's up to you, borderless or full screen. I just want to play on borderless so I can tap out kind of. And then we have aspect ratio. First of all, there is no like the best aspect ratio, it's all preference. You can play on 16:10, 5:3, 16:9, 4:3, any of those, okay? The best ones are obviously 4:3 and 16:10. So 4:3 enemies will be kind of fat, but 16:10 enemies will be taller. VSync, FPS limit, all of these should be off. We come down, then we have field of view. So which field of view you should play? Anywhere between 83 to 90 is good. Because obviously if you go down to 60, I'm just gonna see like right in front of me, I can't see to the sides. But if I go to 90, I can see more. You can see people there, etc, etc. But obviously you don't want to go too high. Why? Because things like cameras, or maybe sometimes you're going up the staircase and you get spawn picked from like a long range. There's a guy there. You want to see him better, so that's why I want to have it a bit lower. So somewhere between like 86, 85, 84 helps me to see the enemy better and also see to my sides. I play on 86. These two should be 100, and last of all we have brightness. Anywhere between 50 to 60 is good. Higher than this is not good and lower than this is not good. Now let's talk about graphics. With graphics you want to go the lowest so you have maximum FPS, okay? There is no reason to make your game colorful and beautiful or lower FPS. So the things that can make your game beautiful are, for example, lens effect. You can have this on bloom, ambient occlusion, and anti-aliasing. Just make it like this and your game looks very beautiful. So if you have a very good PC, sure, you can have this on with maximum FPS and all of that, but there is no reason. So have this off. And here are the rest of the things. Texture quality medium, you can even go lower than this. Texture filtering linear, LOD quality ultra, shading quality medium, shadow quality medium, reflection quality medium, VFX quality medium, and the rest of the things are just off. Very simple, maximum FPS. So as you guys see right now, I'm getting 170 FPS with recording, okay? I'm using OBS, so that's why my FPS is low. But if I turn off the recording, I'm just playing normal game, it's 200 FPS. And my PC is not the best, to be honest. It's just like an average PC, but I still get 200 FPS. Now let's talk about controls. There are a couple of things that are important, but the rest of them are just like nothing to talk about. We have sensitivity. I made a video about it, how to find your sense, so go watch that. Draw input, mouse, keyboard, whatever, have this off, okay? Before it was good, now it's just buggy. Mouse look inversion, obviously disabled. Mouse scroll enabled, and these two should not be on standard, okay? It should be on advanced. So drone deployment, if it's on standard, let's say there's a guy hiding like right there, yeah? I want to drone him. I throw my drone, I go on the cam, and this guy swings immediately when he sees the drone and kill me while I'm on the drone. How it should be instead is that you throw the drone and then you hold the angle, wait for a run out, maybe get the kill, and then you can drone. Now same thing applies for gadget deployment. For example, you're putting down a bandit charge or Jaeger ADS and you want to cancel it, okay? You just press cancel and then cancel it. But if it's on standard, you're just gonna put it down forever. Like you just put it down forever, and then once it's down, you can then pick it up. So you have to just make it harder for yourself. And now these things: aim, lean, sprint, crouch, prone, and walk. Should you play on hold? Should you play on toggle? Look, at the same time, it's preference. But for example, something like lean, if I press Q, I press it one time, it's toggle. Okay, very easy for me. And then if I press E, I'm just leaned. Okay, I don't have to do anything, I can shoot. But if you have it on hold, obviously it's gonna be harder. It doesn't have that much advantage. Some people think, oh, I can do the spoit hold peak and be goated. No, you can just do the normal peaks and still get the kills. My aim is on hold, my lean is on toggle, sprint is on hold, I have to hold it, and crouch is on toggle. I want to press it one time, I don't want to like hold it. And most of these things are just for making my job easier. Walk is probably the most important thing that I want to like have it on hold, because I want to cancel it sometimes, right? I want to flank, be sneaky, and then let it go. I want to flank, hold, and let it go. And I guess that goes back to how I'm holding my keys or just how I'm playing with my keyboard. If you're different, of course you can change this. Now let's talk about two of the most important settings in Rainbow Six Siege. One of them is motion blur and the other one is screen shake. If you have these ones on, it's not good. Because first of all, when you get shot, your screen has this blur effect. So it's kind of harder for you to see or react to the enemy and shoot them. But if you turn it off, it's way easier. You get shot and you get this red effect on the left side and right side, but you can see the enemy clearly. There is no blur on your screen. And the other one is screen shake. Obviously, when you throw a nade or a fuse charge, your screen doesn't want to be shaky like this, or even like this. So obviously, have this one off as well, so you can see everything clear and you can get your kills. Then we have two other important settings in accessibility that you need to pay attention to or check it. So one of them is your optic color and the opacity. You want to go with the colors like green and red and purple. You don't want to go like, let's say, white. You don't want to go like yellow, and you also don't want to go black. Obviously, the reason is when you go white, for example, there are so many places that your crosshair can blend in. I mean, in the map, outside the map, like with the spawn peaks, etc, etc. So of course, white is not good. Same goes for black. You're entering the map, there are so many like different like rooms, dark rooms, black objects, etc, etc, that your crosshair can blend in. But colors like green or purple, if you have it on like 100, it's gonna be very, very bright. So it's gonna be different, you can see the enemy. And of course, don't go to numbers like, let's say, 50 or whatever. Look, if you have scopes like holographic or whatever other scopes, there's a chance you can't see your crosshair and don't know where to actually put it to headshot the enemy. So anywhere between like, let's say 70, 100 would be good. Even if you go 80, it's bright and clear, but not all the way. And you can see the target, you can shoot them, get the kill. And last setting that you want to change is your team color and opposing team color. So I've seen other videos that they say your team color should be red and enemy team should be blue. Why? Because if you're a defender and you're flanking the staircase and they put down a claymore, the lasers will be blue and they will be more visible because we have so many different staircases that they are red, so the claymore's lasers will blend in. But I guess we also have other staircases that are blue, so they can also blend in. You can have it red, you can have it blue. Really preference in my opinion. And that's it for today's video. Hope you found it useful. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, and until the next one, you can watch these two videos right here. Stay safe.